to really become good at day trading, you actually have to be disappointed with profits. And what I mean by this is most people judge a trade based on two things. One, if the setup was a good setup and it followed the plan, etc. Two, if it made profit. How many times have you done a tweak or done something, whatever, and since it's made you profit, you label what you just did, as good? Everyone has. I've done it as well. And the issue with this is that it's not good. It's actually really bad, especially if you made money, because you're focusing on the money. You're focusing on the result. You're not focusing on doing what you should do, the input. And in so many areas of life, we just focus on the result. Either greed or fear of what happens if we don't achieve what we wanted to, or if it ends in failure. And this is completely upside down. You shouldn't focus on any of that stuff. You should focus on the journey. Let's say you're doing something in your life that you don't really like, but you're focusing on either fear. Most often it's fear that's driving you to continue to do it, and you think that you have to do it for an extended period of time until you're in a better, more secure position. And this happens again and again and again because the position or the situation you're currently in is controlling you. So you actually don't have any control. And in a way, most humans, most of us, just like accept or agree to things that we don't necessarily think is right for us, but we feel like we're powerless. We feel like we can't do anything about it. And if you continue to live like this, there will always be, you can call it a bribe that's big enough to control you, to make you act in a way that goes against your own best interest or your own values. And this is the same in trading as well. As long as you're focusing on making profits, you're not going to be the trader that you could be. Like, you may stay disciplined for a week, 3 weeks, whatever, but eventually the truth will reveal itself, that you're afraid or greedy or both. Because the market will never give you profits as quickly as you want. You can't negotiate with the market. You have to completely surrender. You have to accept the risk. You have to accept the uncertainty. And especially in these times, as we see with everything going on politically, geopolitically, etc., the best thing to do in a lot of days is to just observe the charts. Don't do anything. I haven't made any profits in 2025 on my actual funded accounts. I've been making profits on challenges because I can up the risk and take more trades, but on funded accounts, I haven't made any profits this year. And I don't care. I really don't care. I haven't taken that many trades either. It's no big deal. I'm just waiting, trying to become a better trader, because I'm planning on staying in this game for at least the next 10 years, if not more. And I don't want to live my life in a way where I'm constantly controlled by either fear or greed. Think about every decision you make in your life. it's almost inevitable that greed or fear doesn't control it. Like, it feels like you're in a kind of prison, but it's really easy to escape once you stop caring. Like, no one can force you to do anything, actually. It's just that you're letting fear or greed control you. People can control you, or the market can control you or manipulate you with greed or fear, but it can't make you do anything. It can't make you push the button. And the same goes in life as well. Like, if you're led by greed, then that's the worst, but fear is understandable. Like, if you're led by greed, then you're just a fool, I guess. But if you're led by fear, it makes more sense. I can understand that. But at the end of the day, like, it can never get as bad as you think. And like, all people care about in trading, like, they just care, or generally, is like the money, the status, the success. Like, they don't even deserve those things because they're so attached to it. Like, they don't have any deeper values, I guess. Like, you could just bribe them with enough money or whatever, and like, you can control. Like, it's so meaningless. And when you're in the market, you can just observe price. You'll think more rationally, and if you don't see any good setups, you don't press any buttons. You just observe and think, maybe I could have taken this trade or this trade. And like, you don't have to do it, just observe, and then you will actually learn something. And if you get stopped out, then you didn't lose anything, and you can go home for the day without any worries. And if you made profits, then you can think, I'm doing something right. But even then as well, when I'm doing these things, like, I have a tendency to think, when I see the trade moving towards take profit, like, for some weird reason, my mind thinks, I hope it doesn't hit take profit, because then I missed out on profits. Like, people are so attached to the goal. Like, you don't want to become profitable because you didn't take the trade with actual money. You just backtested, so you hope that it didn't hit take profits. That just shows how controlled people are by the outcome. Like, they don't want to sit down and learn anything. So just be more focused on your values and not greed or fear.